Blog Talk Radio.
Yeah, so I let you drift out a little bit there. I'm not even sure if I ever played that one for you guys. I think I was looking for that one a while back. Anyway, that's what it sounds like when you stack the deck with the best that Canadian country music had to offer at that time with the players. Yeah, it was quite a walk down memory lane. I haven't heard that song in a very long time. Anyway, yeah, Losing You. That was the tune that netted us the best country band with the best original song. A rock band beating out a bunch of country hacks. Anyway, it was all good. It was fun. Yeah, that wasn't the only one of the band that was in that was John on bass and myself. That was it. Everything else was on top of the line. I knew them all, great players, and it was like, jaw drop. Really, really? They're gonna serious? Oh, excellent. Anyway, it was as part of the quote prize unquote. It was completely free to record with the best of the best. It was quite an occurrence for me. It was, in a way, it was an acknowledgement finally from a group of people that I've been shunned from so long. They're very jealous, those Canadian country music types. Not the players per se, but definitely the artists. I was not liked, so it's all good. All right, thanks, Nessa. Appreciate it. Just anywhere there is good. Thanks, sweetie. Anyway, welcome to Legal Name Fraud Radio. Outside the bow, way outside the box, because we learned how to tie our laces in kindergarten, didn't we? Yes, we did. Not even really sure where I want to go tonight as far as, what angle to come in on with the simple message of know thyself. Yeah. Sorry, guys, it's just a little bit loud here. Let me see. Here, I'll tell you what. I'll throw a tune on. I'll be right back.
Halfway home
Revelations 22. And he shewed, put on a pair of shoes, spelled, and he shewed me a pure river of water of life, clear as crystal, proceeding out of the throne of truth and of the child, transcribed from God and the Lamb. In the midst of the street of it, and on the other side of the river, was there a tree of life, which bare 12 manner of fruits, and yielded her fruit every month. And the leaves of the tree were for the healing of the nations. And there shall be no more curse, but the throne of truth and of the child shall be in it, and his Sevrov ents, those that create, shall Sevrove, creation itself, and his servant shall serve him. Remember, him is divine feminine. Elohim is the consciousness of the Luciferian womb, feminine, Elohim. And they shall see his face, and his name shall be in their foreheads. Oh yeah, truth itself. And there shall be no night there, and they need no candle, neither the light of the sun, for the Lord God, the Lord truth, light or dark truth, giveth them light, and they shall reign forever and ever. And he said unto me, these sayings are faithful and true, and the light or dark truth of the holy prophets, Prophi A.T., the creation of truth, and only truth, sent his angel to shew unto his servants the things which must shortly be done. Behold, I come quickly. Blessed is he that keepeth the sayings of the prophecy of this book. And I, John, saw these things and heard them. And when I had heard and seen, I fell down to worship before the feet of the angel which shewed me these things. Then saith he unto me, see thou do it not, for I am thy fellow servant. Phairo Seiro Venti. And of thy brethren the prophets, and of them which keep the sayings of this book, worship truth. And he saith unto me, seal not the sayings of the prophecy of this book, for the time is at hand. He that is unjust, let him be unjust still. And he which is filthy, let him be filthy still. And he that is righteous, let him be righteous still. And he that is holy, let him be holy still. And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according as his work shall be. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, the first and the last. Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have the right to the tree of life, and may enter in through the gates into the city. For without are dogs, and sorcerers, and whoremongers, and murderers, and idolaters, and whosoever loveth and maketh a lie. I am Jesus. Je suis, I am. I that I am have sent mine angel to testify unto you these things in the churches. I am the root and the offspring of David, and the bright and morning star. And the Spirit and the bride say, come, and let him that heareth say, come. And let him that is athirst come, and whosoever will, let him take the water of life freely. It's free for all. You see, the truth is free for all, while humanity is stuck in a free-for-all. For I testify unto every man that heareth the words of the prophecy of this book. If any man shall add unto these things, truth shall add unto him the plagues that are written in this book. And if any man shall take away from the words of the book of this prophecy, truth shall take away his part of the book of life, and out of the holy city, and from the things which are written in this book. He which testifieth these things saith, surely I come quickly. Amen. Even so, come. Light or dark, light and dark, I am. Je suis. The grace of our light or dark, light and dark, je suis in the truth, be with you all. Am consciousness infinite. You might say amen. Are you in? I'm in. That's what I thought too. So there you go. Oh, it's BTR026. Thought it was 22. My bad. Let me just correct that for you guys. Because that's just what I do. Edit post. And done editing. There we go. BTR listener 026 tonight. I was thinking, it might be an idea just to chit-chat tonight and bounce things around and see where it goes. Follow your nose. It always knows. You can call in at 347-637-3265. And again, BTR listener 026 for those using Skype. All you have to do is hit 1 on your dial pad. Let me know you want in the fray and you want to play. That's what it's about here. I did put a couple of calls in to Bill. Got his answer machine a couple of times, so I just asked him to email and, whatever's convenient for him to have a little chit-chat. Really looking forward to that. So we'll see where that goes. We'll see where it goes, when it goes, if and all the rest of it. You know how the story works. I just kind of que sera thing. Yep, it sure does. Okay. Answering a Skype post. More ways than you can count, actually. It's all numbers to me. Let me see. Okay, no one's putting their hands up just yet, so let's go to... Yeah, the legal... Let's cover it from this perspective. This will probably help some of the fledgling lawyers that you know. The family members, friends. The lawyers. The lawyers are everywhere. Practicing legal stuff everywhere. Filling out legal forms everywhere. Without legal training anywhere. But they think they're bar members. They'll even tell you how to fight a parking ticket. But then you're just practicing law in the legal world, right? You practicing law without a bar card? Well, the legal id entity. That's the virus. Great post, by the way, Steve. Just a quick note to people. If you're going to post a comment on anything I post, and if it stays subjective, literal, like in the theme of what was posted in the literal sense versus the anagogic, I'll delete it. So save your time. Excuse me. You want to come in with a literal subjective? It goes out in the subjective literal garbage. Because that you're caught in a loop of a literal, and I'm not interested in your literal monkey loops, and I'm certainly not interested in literal monkey loops being foisted upon others to make them go into a literal monkey loop when I'm trying to get you out of the literal fucking monkey loop. Okay? So this is where you're going to slow the fuck down, and you're going to think about every fucking comment you write and everything you post, right? Good, because I really don't like blocking people. But I do, and I will. Not because I don't like you. That's just my bitch slap of the highest order to say, stop doing that. Because you couldn't do it yourself, I help. You can't stop doing it? You just can't help yourself? Okay, fine. I'll help you. Because I can help yourself. So help yourself. If you think of something subjective and literal that you want to add just because you want to look like some clever fucking monkey, don't do it on my page. I mean, go play over in the discussion group. I'm not there as much. You'll get away with your bullshit there of harming humanity. So go there. Keep everybody circling in the literal. Okay? I'm not going to ask anyone again. It's just going to be straight done. You post something literal, you're gone. Observe, breathe, slow down, because that's all reactive program thinking. I know what reactive program thinking is. It's pretty obvious. It goes something like this. I put a post up about bananas in relation to an anagogic expression of how to show something in an objective form. Like bananas and monkeys being conditioned in a room, exchanging monkey after monkey in, getting sprayed with water. You remember that story, right? Okay, to show how easy it is to control your programmed minds. But if you come back in with something about bananas being a staple diet or something fucking literal about bananas, well, I'll drive you bananas, because you'll be pounding on the how do I make a comment door, and it'll drive you bananas because you'll find it locked and blocked because you couldn't keep your cock in your pants. Okay? It's all intent. When you're sharing stuff, that's pure intent, guys. You know the rule, eh? Breathe. It's only one. That little amygdala poisoning you got going on, it's time to clear that fear factory out, eh? You know where the pheromones come from? Yeah, legal id entity paperwork of any kind equals you must be a bar member lawyer then, No? Oh. So you're one of the other 7 billion slaves, are you? They don't have bar cards to practice law either. But you'd sure think they do, eh? And certainly don't deal with lawyers either, right? They're only practicing law too, so don't be surprised why people get fucked every time by these monkeys. So I'll tell you what they've got that you don't. Because they always have the excuse. But I was only practicing law, so I'm sorry for the life sentence I bumbelled, ass-fucked you into. Legal reality is used to control criminal slaves. Those of us that know who we are would never inflict harm of any kind, so we don't need a leash anymore. Took the collar off, too. Had dog tags attached. At least I'll know whose master's voice you're listening to. Baal worshippers are your master in the legal reality. Enjoy. For anyone interested in going to court. There you go. Going in pro se, are you? Pro se with your bar card? Uh-huh. Yeah, definitely infected by talk, so. The Ami Egg Dula, Am Egg D Lu Ah. Bust these things apart and have a look. Yeah. Sorry, just scrolling here. Yeah, just I did a little fractal play on the word clue. You know, and of course divine feminine, stir. It's kind of funny when you start just messing around, isn't it? Yeah, talk about clusterfuck. Clausterfuck. Clue stir. C-L-U-E stir. Well, that would be stirring truth with clues. Yeah, that works. Clue stir. Yeah, nailed the divine feminine. Oh, Gloucester. Gluester. Gluing as in gluing something. Gloucester. Gloucester. Oh, yeah, you got to see the spells, though. You see, the sound right now for the common speakers is, for those that are in the anagogic, you hear what I'm doing, and you can see it respell itself as I do it. Those that don't, this is why I tell you to get your crayons out and play show and tell with the rest of us kids, having fun doing it. Because only in the magic of doing it yourself will you go, whoa. Because there aren't any glossaries on this, okay? There's not a thesaurus of phonics. That's an infinite book. And it all boils down to the one thing, though. Knowing yourself. That's where all the clues end up. One will take you into the shitter of Lu, and the other will take you into the light of heaven. Legal name guarantees the flesh handle. That's their royal flush you down the drain. Where me, I hold the handle, right? The Messiah, the Messiah. I'll do all the fleshing here with the Israel flush. Heart rush. Pharaoh intent with the divine feminine. There's that chase, see ya, chair again, the H. The upside down, backwards 4. The heart turned upside down is now returned to the 4, to the front. That's where your foreskin is. 4. to do something beforehand. S, divine feminine. Kin, knowledge. Foreknowledge. Again, it goes back to the omission, commission thing, ignorance and lack thereof. And that's the disclaimer that comes with this. Because once you hear this, legal name, fraud, felony, that every human using legal identification in the dead world is committing, or doing it illegally. And those of us that know what is going on have traced back to the original deception and the intent thereof to alleviate and remove that blight off humanity, off the apple tree. Yeah, Captain Blight. The bounty, the physical bounty is sank. Sorry, just going fractal a bit here. Yeah, there's a whole list of words here, and I can say them all, and they'll all sound the same. I can pronounce them all the same. Yeah, clusterfuck, cluster. Well, there's cluster, hi-ho, custer. Yeah, coster, silent L. Causter, clawster, etc. Clouster, closet her, closed her. And there's the life loused her, clawster. Clayster, yeah, breathing life into the nostrils, the clay thing, right? Just a tiny fractal. It goes fractal when the PLDG to RRKT switch is made, let alone exchanging every vowel for any vowel, etc. Lots of other things you can do to expose this, but you'll find out very quickly that things unveil within a few words. Know thyself. That's all it's about. The only road out, and it's paved only with truth within self. That's the yellow brick road. You're either laying golden eggs or shitting cowardly lie in yellow bricks. Choose. It's quite simple. I threw up the search for clue on the etymology, and it's funny what things pop out of there. A clue? Just asking, eh? Just a skine. Skine, a clue. Goes back to Celtic. Just asking. And you start to see the comedy and the sheer morbidity of this place in its mirror. It's quite something. So anyway, come on in, guys. Really, I'm just kind of grooving tonight. Anybody want to come in and talk? Make it an early night? What? You guys tell me. Sorry, Richie. I'm sure you haven't got through everything yet. So I'll give you some time to do that, because I'm not interested in monkey chatter tonight. Hey, how's it going?
Oh, great. How are you?
Good. Yeah. No harm, no foul, Richie. You were away for a while, and yeah, just regurgitating everything everyone else is saying just doesn't work, buddy. You got some work to do. It's all good. You're not going to get it done with me, though. Yeah, you're not going to get it done with me. You're going to get it done with you. So when you get it done with you, I'll be done with you until you get it done with you. Then I won't be done with you anymore. I'll be down with you, man. That's how it works. It's not a fine line either, is it? No. Not at all. It's a mile-wide road. You can't miss it. So, again, no harm, no foul. Just not in the mood anymore. Yeah, so what's going on with you? Lots of beautiful stories coming out.
Oh, yeah, always. Well, mine now today was pretty interesting. Actually, it was, what's today? Yeah, whatever. April Fool's was, when I got to work and I go into the office, Serpent, and like all over the walls, there's these papers taped to the wall, and it says it's a flashlight tipped on its side, and it looked like the bulb part. It reminded me of the bell, the eye, blah blah blah, all that Lucifer, and it had the 4 rays beaming out of it. But it was on the side. It was all and the side. Follow the light. Follow the light. And I'm thinking, follow the light. No thanks. But I see all these dead people following the light, and I had to go that way to get to where I was going. and where I saw where the light led to, all these signs, follow the light, leading all these people astray, and it leads up to the marketing department, and there's these big billboards with these light bulbs, and it's like, my mind went fractal, but I was just laughing hysterically, like, look at all these people going over to their number boards with their light bulbs, and, they think they're following the light and this and that. So,
yeah,
that was my take.
That's the biggest joke. It's you got to be the light.
Right.
That's where you turn around and take your flashlight the other way. It's hilarious, isn't it? Yeah, we had beautiful video with Jane Doe-755 license plates. That was fun. It's just beautiful to watch this worldwide and to watch YouTube videos in different. And thank you for doing the driver's license can't drive test, throwing a piece of plastic on the driver's seat, closing the door, standing back to see what happens. Yeah, you noticed the same thing I did. I actually taped it to the steering wheel, and nothing. Couldn't even start the car. Couldn't communicate with it. So, like you, I just threw it out of the car. It's like, that's kind of stupid. Tell you what, I'll do the driving. So I did, and that's kind of how it works. See, people don't understand that the system cannot touch them. Cannot touch them as soon as they tell them, hey, legal name fraud. And some beautiful stories here. I'll share a couple here. Yeah, because I'm, just trying to stay centered here, and just I don't know what else to do. This is where I'm at. It's like, what else do I do? Where is it? Yeah, more writing from Ninja. Thanks, Ninja. Whew, nothing like handing that baton off. Thank you. Yeah, the fat controller. Love it. Are you on the corporate fast track to success? Cess is Latin for tax. You sucking on the tax? Tic-tac-toe, the talks? That's, talks, tax. Takes, ticks. You see, you can pronounce T-A-X, talks. Sure you can. It's easy. Let me see. Yeah, there's a good one. Do you know the word meat contains two words? Eat me. Did you ever notice you put grave I on your eat me? Look and thou shalt see. Indeed, indeed. Again, team, there's the... Well, you can kind of expand this out a little bit too. Tiamat, Go back and connect to all of it. You'll see it. Tiamat, team, yeah, it's just... Once you understand just a few basics of this stuff, it's not difficult. I think with me, it's because it goes so fractal so quickly. It's just wanting to sit down and try to write something about this. Just isn't going to happen. Yeah, nice work there, Dee. With the caution, do not read this. Put on in one of the cathedrals. Love this poster they have. Modern Slavery, a Study Day, 10 to 30 million. You're a little off in your fucking stats there, eh? About 7.3 billion is probably a little more accurate. Yeah. You find the legal system kind of encompasses the planet a little bit? Anybody? Yeah? Just a lot. I was going to go to the garbage can, too. Sorry, I'm all over the map tonight, guys.
Okay, that was an...
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm not...
No, it's fine.
The delay always gets me, I swear. The delay always gets me. But another thing I forgot to mention about the story was the on the corner, one of the sponsors, I guess, I don't know what it was, but the corner of the posters everywhere with the light thing had the symbol of the sun, and it had all these colors around it, and it was the International Year of Light, like some corporation sponsored something all about lights, like, I don't know, like some kind of conference thing or whatever, but it's related to the anal Lucas calendar, the Freemason one where they add 4,000 to whatever year we're at. Have you ever heard about that?
Oh yeah. Yeah,
their cornerstone had your, because my date resonates with yours in a different way, but September 14th, 1916 was the beginning, and then it was /AL for Anal Lucas 5916 on one of their stones.
Yeah, pretty wild, eh? Yeah, September 14th, the tie-in for me, that's the youngest daughter's birthday in the literal illusion. Yeah. So again, this is why you look for these trigger dates. And you see, what you just talked about has a meaning to you based on your trigger date, in the same way that what you told me has the same but different effect on that trigger thing. So this is how we put our pieces together. What did you find that was interesting? I found this. Neat. That kind of thing. So it's things are so absolutely out the yin-yang screwed up here, backwards, upside down. Like I said, I'm just a little bit scattered. It's a little noisier tonight than I'm used to. So, scattered enough, Richie. That's why, Don't need any help with that department tonight. Put in the 2 letters, C-Y. Go and look and see why. S-E-E-Y, W-H-Y. C-Y, 2 letters, C-Y. Psi, which means spirit. P-S-I, Psi, Greek letter, right? So let's see what we can expand out of Psi. Spirit wildebeests. Oh. It looks almost like Cygnus, doesn't it? Because it does. Watch, I'll show you something really cool. This is what I mean about phonics. You start to expose everything, and it all comes back to one who is bowed to the truth. The lead star in Cygnus is Deneb, or of knee to the Christ. Right, so it becomes T-Ni-B. Sorry, I'm just fractioning it out. The infinite truth within the Christ mind, the state of being. Okay, Deneb. And if you go back to Egypt, you'll see that where they have Cygnus, it looks like Cygnus is diving into the well, but it's actually Cygnus rising from the well of souls. Okay? So Psi, C-Y, is spirit. Same as hood, ship, ent, meant. All of these things, key, psyche, are all related directly to spirit. You. Just you. Nothing else. Just you. So take a sigh of relief here. How about Psi News? For the Psi News. That's news as to tell a story, and news as in wildebeest. So this is Psi News for the Psi News, to see the sinews, or the Psi News, the remembrances of the Spirit in the Spirit now, Psi News. Not getting caught in the sinews, the sin of the sheep. Abel's crew, of the sinews, muscles, right, from a blocked sinus. I was going to put the G in there too, but I thought, no, I'll just do it this way, because I wanted to save the Cygnus part for the end. Sinus cavity, cutting the sinews of the heart. They're called lies. Cygnus rises there. Funny that, eh? That's getting your sinuses cleared. Like magic even, eh? It's in use. It's in use all. It's sinews all. It connects all. I'll pull out phonic fractals out of sentences. You'd be amazed what you'll find when you just string a whole bunch of letters together that you thought were words. You'll see a whole different thing going on. That's why you have to get down to the core of it, letter by letter. Then nothing can deceive you. There's no space between one letter. It's always in the spaces between letters that we've been getting rooked. So it's all right. We've already got all the letters. It's what ties us apart and connects us together. Right? We're bound apart, tied apart, yet it connects us together. So this is the unraveling of the ball of yarn. The clue. It's another allegory for clue, ball of yarn. The cygnus or the sinus of the heart. De ni bi, the star path I follow, rises from the well of souls. No blocked sinuses here. No blocked signuses. These are the signs of us. Sign us. Sine is the wave. Cosine is the counterwave, the duality. So this is where you become the sine use, where you get to use the sine wave. That's why you don't sine anything. Because when you sine anything, you sine your sine wave away. Because you become the cosine of that sine wave. There's always somebody else's sine wave there with an X where you sine. Have you noticed? And if they're not there physically, they're printed on the paper usually. Sign here, put your life here as the cosigner. You see, that's in the whole legal world, everything that you will ever do in the legal world, you will only and ever be a co-signer, a co-sinner. Okay? You will never be the signer. You will be the co-sinner of the original sin, the original sinner, the one who sent you off in that sine wave, sign here wave. You know that one? So again, it's Frank, you had some fun with that one. Yeah, Marmalade, Ocean, Cygnus from Seville. Ocean, Cygnus, I love it. Ranching the O with thick cuts. Preserved, lose the physical escutcheon, shield, and fly with your spiritual escutcheon, the heart. And I just, yeah, that was a nice giggle, thanks. I just wrote, ta-fucking-da, like, right? It really is like that simple. And you don't have to hang around a lot of words. There was 2 letters and a concept behind it. So that's the news. Sinews. Just like that. Fun stuff. Anybody else going to put their hand up with us, or are we just going to have a little chit-chat tonight? I guess it's just you and me. I threw a few extra tunes up. Had I played that song before, Losing You?
I didn't catch that.
The first song, well, the opening song tonight, did I don't think I've ever played that before. I don't seem to recall it anyway. I'm just checking the overall grid out there. Mics are open. You're in. 305. Come on in.
Okay, what's up? How are you guys?
Kicking ass. Ka. Always.
Good to hear. Good to hear.
Good for all.
Going in my mind the other day, I was thinking, couldn't come up with the answer. Let me ask you, the birth certificate is a few hundred years old, correct?
Well, typically it's a lot older than that. It goes back to 0. Speaking of the anal calendar from the Masons, it goes back to the Narmer Palette, King Menes, first pharaoh of Lower Egypt. One of the Hyksos.
So it was always considered illegal, the legality, because I was wondering if the birth certificate, if humanity was made, a few years ago, whenever they started printing out,
well, again, it's not even about the paperwork. This is the point I've been trying to make for so long. It's not about the paperwork at all. It's about the the idea itself. These are the birth certificate, all the legal stuff, and all the rest of it. Those are all just tiny little pieces of the one big picture of how you are not being who you truly are by being something you're truly not. It created in another God's image, a false God, a dead God. And that's the Gog Magog.
Even back then, the idea of being any name gave whoever was in charge or whatever the current system was the right to do with you whatever the hell they want. That's why the killings has been around ever since whatever history. Well,
again, it's about the removal of your own self-authority, right? This is what the caste system does. Is it takes heaven that is equal to all, fellow servant-like, equal in creation in all forms. And one point of you, one point of us, took it upon themselves to be the authority outside of truth itself. And, it's just the idea of it. This is about knowing yourself and that you are in, of, and by, for creation itself. The legal name or any idea of something that you are not, even, calling yourself white or black or green or orange or, anything in the most literal sense. This is why I constantly tell people to leave the meat stick thing out of this. Okay? Leave me out of that. So I've removed it twice. Right? I'm not in any way, shape, or form meat stick. This is the truth of it. And that's a very difficult thing to get across to people. You've got to get right outside your own shell to see this. And the shell, the shell is so well constructed with, look at all the everything around you is based on what? The same construct. You've got an entire planet working in the same direction of building little boxes and trading little bits of paper and climbing over each other's backs like a bunch of fucking parasites feeding on each other. And that's humanity. That's the legal world. That's what the legal world did. It introduced things like, competition, merchants, selling, value outside of self, identity outside of self, worshiping something, it says right there in the commandments, thou shalt have no other gods before thee. Yet you'll see these people bow in front of kings and popes and queens and the rest of these fucking monkeys. At least the Japanese got it right. It's just a polite little head bow to each other, equally. They still have their, the old emperor idea, but I mean, in the general scheme of things, it's a very one-on-one, honorable to each other mentality. And it's very balanced. That's why I look to the extreme of the samurai religion of killing, which is, in its highest form, deemed to be, very pure honor and samurai and all, all the Shinto and all the rest of it. But that is pure. That's just another. Might as well be a sniper to me. So it's about how are you looking at it? So bits of paper mean nothing. They mean nothing. They only mean something if you think they do. I think it was Jay. It was you that brought up the breathing life into respawning. Oh, it was Lucas yesterday, because I talked about respawning years back, and yeah, it was brilliantly put, because that's exactly what it is. You are giving life to the squiggles on the page when you read them. Do you not see the words? Do they not come to life in your mind through the squiggles? Yes. This is why when people are posting literal shit, all you're doing is regurgitating the same stuff, keeping the same program running. So you're as bad as you're as bad as the pedophiles doing that shit. I don't treat any evil greater or lesser than another. Evil is evil. Good is good. I don't have a caste system of what is evil and what is good. I just kind of put that right down the middle, Anything that deems harm upon another, to trespass upon another, to seek authority or think one has authority over oneself is in absolute complete defiance of creation itself. That's a fact. That's not an opinion. That's not a theory. That's an easily provable fact.
Yet it's so difficult to get it across some people. Oh.
Mm-hmm. But again, I'm not going to waste time. I'm not going to waste time at the table. I'm not going to waste time anywhere else. I just tell it like it is. Legal name, fraud, felony. You're breaking the law by using a legal name. It is illegal to do so. You don't have a bar card. You cannot practice law. There you are, filling out all sorts of legal forms. Registering your kids at school without a lawyer, doing this without a lawyer. If you're going to work in the legal world, you better hire a full-time lawyer, nanny for the house. And they're very greedy. But if you want to play in the legal world, that's the only way you can play. And here's the tough part. They're there to parasite you. Period. So is that the world? That's the world this planet, the rest of us live in. We're not of it anymore. And all we're doing is sharing the message to get people out of it. Don't be of Babylon. Get out of her. While we're here, we dance, and the time's up. Revelations 22, baby. Had enough, haven't you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so don't waste time on the monkeys. Just tell them straight up, legal name fraud. It's illegal to use a legal name. Fucking Google it. Walk away. Don't waste time with casting pearls before fucking swine and pigs out there anymore, guys. Don't. Just fucking cast the seeds everywhere. They will take root where they're supposed to. Because I'll tell you what this does. When it hits one that it will never take root in, it throws a fear of creation in them. And that infects, that's a counter virus right there. That's your T cell wrapping that virus up and killing it. This whole game of host and parasite. I watched Aliens last night, The Resurrection. Quite an interesting twist now on that one. But anyway, the parasite needs a host to live on. Of course, Steve from Philosopher's Stone puts up the post today. It was on before it's news. I shared it earlier today. Yeah, the be lewds. I love it. Be Lucifer, be lewd, be crude. Yeah, there it is. A virus that makes you stupid has infected up to, well, it's actually a third of humanity. Of course, third fell from heaven. It's only see, that's when I see these things, and I look at it for what it is. I see little hexagons, little hexagons. Put a G in there. Now you can repronounce it. Hexagog, infinites. Right? Gog, Magog. So, and someone came in with a post on that regarding a literal thing. Not interested in literal shit, guys. Okay? Really, I'm not. Because I'm listening to it, I'm going, oh yeah, look. The virus is called Toxo. Toxo, you might spell it Toxso or Toxo, whatever the hell they spell it, but I'll tell you what it is. Talk, Talk, sow, SEW. What you sow, so shall ye reap. If it's coming out of your face, it was stuck in your head before it came out of your face. True or false? I'll tell you where it was created. It was created in the thought, and you, when two or more are gathered in my presence, establish it when you say it. Are you not one with truth? Well, that's an instant double right there. You see, this is the lesser than, greater than, lesser than, no greater than, no lesser than. Look at it for what it is. Find the ebb and flow within yourself. It is one that knows they are not greater than creation, nor are they lesser than creation. At one with creation. So it works in a perfect mirror with yourself. That's where you'll find the arrogant / humility curve. And then you'll find the bubble right in the middle of that. I'll give you an example of it. Here's arrogance. Arrogance says, Kate has the ability to fucking take courts down, just going dancing and playing and, getting all her shit back and just, becoming a literal fucking hero in the physical world. It's a true story. I can do it. If I was arrogant, in defiance of creation, I would. But I'm not. So my humility is found in my fortitude, my ability to breathe and to know that creation has this. I'm good. That takes some practice. That takes some serious breathing. Apparently it takes a lot of radio shows too. Good thing you didn't have to do that part, huh? Woo! Lucky you. But yeah, step on the bubble between the arrogance and the humility. Arrogance is knowing you can do it and just have a hell of a good time and be a right little rock star doing it, but I'm not interested in that. You see, I'm not here to change my star. I'm here to be that star that I am. I'm here to change my stars, and there you are. A much better array of stars in my reality now. Ones that shine bright in truth. You see, I know you by your heart, not by the face you think you have. Not by the body you're walking around in, whether it's male or female, black, yellow, red, green, blue, white. I don't give a fuck. I don't care where you're from. I don't care what you sound like. I don't care what language you speak, because there's only one I speak. You see, you know the saying that love is blind? You've heard that before, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that means that's the truth is blind. Guess who the seeing eye dog is? You. Love is blind, right? So help it out. When you walk in the truth, you steer the truth. And you're not so blind anymore. That's where you become brined. For the allegory of brine is salt water and fresh water mixed together in perfect balance. And for those that have never experienced salt water and fresh water meeting, it is a wondrous, wondrous thing to behold, especially in a subterranean cave. I'll tell you what it looks like. And if you're really careful, You can stick your head up through it's like oil and water, salt water and fresh water. It is just, when it's calm and settled, they're both different densities. Salt water's lighter, it will go to the top. Okay? And you will see a literal film between the fresh and the salt. And it's a shimmering mirror. And you've got to be so careful. And the heads up was given to all of us. If you want to see this, you've got to be very, very slow in your movements. Take your time. Don't kick up anything. And it was only for the more experienced divers, the ones that could hang in space and just be right there. And, after a couple hundred dives, you learn that. You get good at it. So we went into this cave, and to see it was like a floor on top of water, with water. And it was a shimmering mirror, and you could literally stick your head up through it. And then, of course, kick it up and it mixes up. But it's very psychedelic. It's very, it's like an acid trip. It really is. When the water starts mixing, it is like a veritable acid trip. Very kaleidoscopic. In a sense, very disorienting, but it's not, because you're expecting it anyway. But there's a perfect example of being still to see between the worlds, because between the fresh water and the salt water, there is an invisible barrier. And it's so tentative at that point, because you're dealing with two of the same substances. The only thing differing in them is their saline content. So they can mix. But when left alone to be still, they will separate perfectly. They don't mix naturally. There has to be something in there to glouster the pot. I was just curious if anyone else has ever done any cave diving like that. See if they've ever had the opportunity to experience that. It's quite something. That's what happens when you live your life, You get all sorts of wondrous experiences. And looking back over my own experiences, my alpha omegas throughout the entirety of it all, like a lot of gauntlets, a lot of then back over things. But when you're constantly in the it comes back into view, and
You're breaking up a lot.
Yeah, I'm. Choppy waters. Speaking. The whole net's going glitchy.
I can hardly hear you myself. Can you hear me? Hello.
That's on here. All right. I don't know if you guys can hear me. Can anyone hear me at all? Hello? Okay. Checking 1, 2. Trying to get back on the board here. I'm not sure if you can hear me or not. Yeah, it might be an early night tonight after all. Nothing's loading up properly here. Can't even get to the board. Well, I can, but it only partly shows up. Okie doke. Uh-huh. Nope, nothing. Do-do-do. Oh, there we go. Looks like the board just came back. Let me get these mics open.
I can hear you now.
Yeah, just Skype's been all over the map here. Couldn't get back to the board. Let me get the mics open. So, yeah, I was trying to play a tune there. It didn't want to kick in. So, here. Okay, hands are up, mics are open. Careful on your end, guys. All right, there we go.
I can hear you.
Yeah, if I drop out or whatever, just keep talking. You know what it's like at this table some nights. You know, a little truth here, a little truth there, just enough to derail it and redirect it. And that's okay. Everything's perfect, so I'm good. Okay, what do we got? Nicely done. Reports state that the Large Hadron Collider, LHC, Lucifer Bridge Duality consciousness has been irreparably damaged. Yes. Yeah, of course it has. No escape, you assholes. No. We clean house. It's all clean. All the parasites. Anyway, come on in, guys. Don't wait for me.
I wanted to tie something in that you guys were talking about yesterday, about the Magna Carta. There was, I think it was a 12-year-old girl that did some genealogy, and she...
The president's one? Yeah, King John, yeah.
Yeah, tied in all of the presidents of the United States to their bloodlines right down to him.
Yeah, there was one missing, Jackson.
Martin Van Buren.
Martin Van Buren and Andrew Jackson were not in the bloodline.
Something else there.
Yeah. Well, again, look at who they were. Look what they were doing. Andrew Jackson, yeah, okay, he was a slave owner. Get over that part of it. But here's the bottom line of it. He was adamant that when the charter for the Fed ran out, he didn't renew it. And they were chomping. That's when the 1914 thing came, 1914 came around. 1913. Lots of noise in the background, guys, please. It's really noisy here, so I'm having a hell of a time just staying on a thread right now. Thanks. Like, I got hell on sound on this end of it, so if you could help me out on your end of it while the headphones are on, so they do protect my ear somewhat. So, and if they're filled with noise, it's no different than what's going on here. So, yeah, it's hard to stay tractile in the fractal when there's too much noise going on. Yeah, that's the mirror of Zion. Noise.
It's kind of easy to see that everybody that ties back to that lineage they were part of Lucifer's plan for sure.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's all connected, and it shows up in the names. It really shows up clearly in the names. You can tell which path somebody's walking, and there's always a heavy preponderance to pledge letters and Luciferian concepts within the actual sounds right out of the gate. So this is the kind of stuff this is where you expose everyone and anyone, and you can do it in seconds. All I need is a name and an energy, and I know exactly what's going on. I know exactly what it is. And the only ones that don't get the write-off right away are the ones that there's something else there that, we got players everywhere. I finally got over to Igor's new channel. Excuse me, the one where he doesn't post things about his dog. Anyway, has anyone seen that photograph It's like an orange orb with little bright dots on it. See,
Yes.
when I saw that, I saw that as the reflection of the Earth and the individual points of light that you are showing up in the reflection. Like the light is shining off the Earth, shining into a mirror. You call it space, whatever you want. And that to me is just a reflection. Because when I was looking at it, you could make a continents on it, you know? It looked too mirror reflective to here. So that's what it struck me as. And you've seen the pictures where it was cut in four and you got little dots on it. And this whole concept's still formulating, so it's constantly popping up, and I stay well in the loop in terms of the now when that stuff is popping up. Sorry, I can't keep a train of thought here, guys. It's just too loud. Yeah, not tonight. It's not going to be tonight.
I haven't seen that picture, but the image that you made there, it reminds me of X-Men, where he's inside that machine and you can see all the different, different points of light.
What's his name? The professor, Xavier. Yeah, Xavier went into the brain machine and he could search the consciousness for those that were awake, other mutants, other silent minds. You see, and this is what's happening. As far as I can tell right now, you're going to be spotted on the radar with your inner light. That's how you get seen. That's how you get noticed. Everything else gets plowed over. Right? So you become your own lighthouse. Bring the mind home. You're the lighthouse for the ship. And so just shine where you are. And every individual that comes off the rolls of Satan, legal name stuff, and just gets the idea, you don't have to do anything beyond that. Everyone thinks they have to go and, what are you, a lawyer? Are you going to go file some papers? No, I don't. If you want to do anything, just fire some essays into them. Read them first so you know what intent you're putting out. Because it's when you solidify the thought within yourself, and then, you can send it or not. I would highly recommend it just because it's good to get the word out. And, systems are collapsing worldwide as a result. And how much energy do they pour into that Hadron Collider that's useless? Yeah, I guess they ran into the emerald tablets of thought behind that wall. Yeah, no messing with it. Yeah, just a lot of interesting stuff going on. It's all playing out. Again, don't worry, the answers are coming. You'll see them for yourself. The difference between us and others is we're not going to be surprised. Nothing's going to surprise us. Nothing's going to dupe us. This seeing eye dog body is following truth because the heart is blind. Love is blind. And that's all you're doing is you're walking in that direction. I mean, hell, if you're going to walk around in a dog suit, you might as well treat it like one, right? Yeah, I watched The Knight's Tale last night. Yeah, interesting. But Father, how will I get home? It's easy, William. Just follow your feet. It's a true story. And wherever your feet. Yeah. Oh yeah. No, it's. How do you go fractal on this? I take that same 28-day solitary thing, and the whole planet's solitary for me. This whole planet. There's nothing on this fucking planet that interests me. Not in its present form. Can you imagine spending the next 500 years touring the Earth? Do you think you might get bored? Pretty sure that's why lifespan's shortened. It's fucking boring, man. I'm only 50 years in. I'm bored out of my skull. Hey, let's go play in the legal world. Let's go be a consumer. Oh, no. I'm good, thanks. Yeah. Just waiting for the magic bus. That's all. No, I have the faith. It only gets better from here, you know. Fuck, it couldn't get any worse. You could ice this place and it couldn't get worse than that. You know, actually icing it would be better than this, don't you think? At least you got somewhere to skate. Speaking of, skaters off on an adventure. Good stuff. Follow your heart. Follow your shoes. Follow your feet. Watch Mama take care of you. It's really cool. Anyway, yeah. I don't know. Well, it depends what kind of energy gets going here with me. My bad. My apologies. Just some nights, you know. There are some nights I just don't even want to do this. But I do it because, well, hey, got to get the word out, right? So I will do enough again. I will always do enough.
It's all good.
Yeah, I don't have to like doing enough, but I'll do enough anyway. Maybe a bowl will help. Let's try that. Yeah, this world sickens me so deeply. You know, that really is what it boils down to with me. I'm just sick of the pariahs. I'm sick of the parasite. I'm sick of the pain. I'm sick of the evil. I'm sick of the nonsense. So I'm just the dog to come out and sick them. And that's what we are. Hey, Randy, how's it going?
This is Johnny.
Hey, Johnny, how are you?
Yeah, doing good. Randy's we're on his computer. He's off doing something right now, but I thought I'd share about the wonderful things that were going on around here.
Excellent.
We've just been having one great experience after another. You know, it's got the garden planted here, and it's going great, and getting cooperation from people in town. You know, outside of the Moon Eye. You know, so I'm making arrangements everywhere I go to do things other than money for, you know, try to get the stuff here in the garden done, the fruit trees and all that kind of stuff. So it just so happens that this is a small area intersecting the desert, basically, and it's quite monopolized by the, you know, would-be powers that be, or whatever, for lack of a better way to say it, not to get literal or nothing. But anyways, they obviously know who we are. There's several cars that have been here with no plates and all that, and now every once in a while they just, yeah, you see them looking. It's funny. It's like we're the scary people in the neighborhood now, and they don't know what to do, and they don't know why. So we went up the mountain the other day, and because we're, you know, scouting for wood and stuff to do stuff to finish this place with, and I figured no better place than do local. It's locally built, so let's go to the mountain. We're free, you know. We don't need licenses, permits to do anything. So we're hauling up there, and we happened to run into a guy that was an agent who was there on his day off, basically, and it was obvious that he was an agent. You know, you talk to them, and they have their form, you know. So we got there. I just basically, you know, just was very nice. And he was saying, oh, I says, you don't need no permit in here to get anything, do you? He says, no, you don't need no permit to get anything that's dead in here. I said, besides, I says, that's, you know, just federal guidelines and regulations. I said, I ain't no corporation or anything. I said, oh, he goes, no, you're not no corporation. You can take what you want. And he's right at the back of the truck, and Bird and Randy and I are there. Just the truck's half full of stuff that we picked up from all over, and we're picking up trash along the way too and cleaning it up. So he agreed. So I said, okay. I said, well, we're just coming here to clean up the dead to make room for the living. You mind that? He says, not at all. Take as much as you want. So it was fun, and that's how, you know, we're just living, doing it by example now. Now that we know, it's just going the extra, you know, little bit each day, and stretching it, and not to be pushy or rude or anything, or at least try to put it in a position where you don't have to have that confronting thing, because that don't work so good with them. But our presence is known. They're around because of all the multiple prisons that are here in the area too, because it's a pretty hot spot, So everybody that works here either works for the prison or works for the mine. One of the prisons or a mine, or one of the mines, here. So, or they're farmers, or cattlemen, or something like that. So, anyway, so it's interesting. All the things I thought I would have to do to talk to the sheriff and stuff, it turns out that they already know who we are, and that I've been told by other people that they've been told to leave us alone, and they don't know why. So the people...
Well, we do.
Yeah, we know why.
We know why, and it's not because of any legal restriction. It's a spiritual one. You are impermeable to any Lucifer. This is the part that people have the hardest time stepping past. This is so literally real. See, you're so conditioned to be blinded by the light. When you get beyond the light, this false shit, then you see what's really going on. You see the shields up. You see the fact that the contract is the contract, and you must consent. And where there is no consent, there is no creation. And they cannot. Yeah, you're right. They don't know why. It's like the cops that come up to people and they, can have a bite of your hot dog moment, They walk away. They don't know why they couldn't say anything to you. They knew the program says I got to come over here, but I don't have anything, and it shorts them right out. Here's an example. Great story, Darren. Thank you. I thought I'd sent this over to my Facebook page. I'll send it over though. Here, I'll do that right now. I thought I had, unless it didn't go through. Either or. I'm going to do it right now. Same sort of experience. This is exactly what's going on. And this has been an ongoing, as you will see. Those bailiffs just sent the debt back to the council, and at the council I got them to put Babylon Has Fallen in with the file on their records. I have free gas, electric, and water, been 18 months with no bills, and never gave a name or contacted them when I moved in. I got work program to pay for BC, for me to use ID to get a job. See, this is someone that's not of, but playing in and having a great time doing it. Well done, Darren. For me to use for ID to get a job, as they say, and I used a birth certificate as proof of ID to do biometric signing at Job Center, and all along the way I've been pointing out the fact that it's not to be used for ID. Yeah, you see, that's how you do it. You can use it all day long. Just tell everyone that you're using it with that it's fraud to do so. That'll keep you nice and clean. I usually end up talking truth for about 30 minutes to them and tell them where to look for themselves, yeah. I've been and spoke to deputy head teacher at my son's school, so they know me and, quote, my, unquote, son. Nicely done, Darren. Look at you, self-correct. Who is 7. Will sometimes have different views to them because I tell them everything I know is true, so his mind can't be captured by these fucking vampires. Now I'm at one of those community work programs, which is a room full of computers and people forced to go there to find work or be sanctioned. Most days, everyone is sitting around listening to the truth from me. They love it. Even Twat in the office comes out saying, you on about that stuff again? Then he gets his chair and comes and sits with us to listen. Ha, ha, ha. So I've eaten my way in, and now I'm planning my next move on the way out. All good fun. And that's exactly it. So this is someone that is perfectly operating in but not of Babylon, destroying Babylon with Babylon's own tools. And guess what? Tells them straight up, this ID is fraud. When you do that, you clear yourself. You can't be charged for the same crime twice. It's called double jeopardy. It's a double cross you can't double cross. It's the double jeopardy clause that keeps you free and clear once you step out. And they will not touch you. It's hilarious. They don't know why, but we do. And it's because the shields of truth are up. This is the Magic Kingdom effect. This is the Celestine prophecies. Truth. It is real. It really is real. Right? So...
yeah, that is true, and it has to do with that fear. Remember in the however you say it, prophecy, they were standing at one spot, and they were feeling love, and those people came, and then they couldn't see them, and they tried to say, now hold that, don't get afraid or whatever, and then as they did, then the others could see them.
Mm-hmm.
You're in a higher resonance, and I noticed some of these people are pretty nervous. They're real. You know, I get the feeling, Kate, is that they're supposed to treat us just like they treat the Queen of England. They're working for us. Yet, you know, I mean, anything we need, because that's the feeling I'm getting. The way they're jumping too.
The demon must serve heaven. That's the Jack and the Giant's moment, wearing the crown. The giant must bow lower. You don't get arrogant about it, though. There was something else you triggered on there too, regarding the Celestine prophecy. You see, if you want to overcome that doubt that, oh, maybe my shields will drop, I'm going to show you how to overcome that. It's really easy. When you come at the truth with a vengeance and you know the truth, legal name is fraud. There's no fucking way anyone is going to convince me to break any laws, man-made or otherwise. Not a soul on this planet. And I go at it there's only one thing I go at with a vengeance, and that's truth. And the minute you step into that, the desire to get the truth out and to go hunting these guys down, good luck finding them.
Well, they run from you now. At first, they'd come around to sniff around, follow up next to you, right behind you, and all that kind of stuff. All to see they get a charge, I believe, out of you, because you get that fear in you. And so I think they can monitor that somehow or something.
Don't think it, know it.
That's what I sense anyway. I sense they can monitor your fear. When that jumps, they got some kind of meter or something somewhere. But anyways, it's dead. Right now, the way I feel in the water, like as a dolphin is to sharks in the ocean, we are to them on land.
Oh, yeah. They can't cross your threshold. Yeah, so if you want to power up your shields, just know the truth that any one of these goons, I don't care, there's no such thing as a civilian. Okay, so it's all, anyone around you in the legal world that is caught in that matrix is on that radar. As soon as you step off that radar, you go through a transition of appearing on their radar because of the stuff you're finding out, and of course, with new knowledge comes new fears.
The way I feel now, and it was my last hurdle I had. Is the hardest thing for me to do is to travel, because I've been beaten and all this stuff. You know how they do you too many times, and I just don't want to do it no more. So I had a little bit of bodily fear there. That was hard for me to get over. But since I did as of the 1st, I'm going to tell you, it's just been one day has been better than the next. And right now I have no tinge of any fear or any of that in me, anything at all, tingle of nothing. And I feel like you felt when you was a young one, in the kiddie cars, or getting behind the wheel on your dad or mom's lap, or or the first time that you were able to accomplish anything you really worked hard that was scary to do, like ride your bicycle without training wheels. That's how I feel every time I go place to place now. And everything is possible, because there's nothing in your way except you, and all you have to do is work with what's out there. And I'm just being the example now, and it seems like that's all I know how to do. I'd still talk about it, but I don't use that as the main deal. I use that as the kind of, hey, here I am. This is what I'm doing. Don't listen to my mouth. If you do, check into it, but just look at what I'm doing and then ask the questions that come about. And I'm going to show you how it's done. If I can, if you'll pay attention to me, I'm going to live it by example. So that's what we're doing here now. And I'm telling you, it's getting greater every day.
Where you destroy the system is where you finally, once and for all, decide that you are not going to break any laws, legal or otherwise. And you see, there's the whole system is based on that one thing, that one need for you to break their law once, called legal name. Use it, and you're done.
One thing I wanted to say, it was odd because we're just so all this way out of the system, out of their system. Today, you know how them people send you things on your email saying, like trying to give you money from another country and use your bank account? today, someone hits me up on Skype, has his picture and everything up on there for Dubai. It was Caldwell Caldwell Bank. They wanted to give the name $19 million today, and I couldn't believe that. It was accept or decline the offer to talk to this guy for the money, and I thought it was kind of odd.
No, it's a phishing scam. That's just a phishing scam.
Well, I know it is. They all are, but on Skype now and showing a picture and coming from a bank, mind you, and my bank, the bank, I let the account go on and haven't paid any attention to it for about a solid month now. It hasn't any money in it. They've been calling like crazy on that account to get someone to respond to the legal name. And so I find it interesting. And Randy says, well, they're trying to get permission to close the account. I said, yeah, I guess that's what it is, isn't it? So that's all it is, yeah. That's all it is.
No communication. Again, I just don't want to get off the track of people needing to be empowered. And this is all that you need to know. Once you make that within choice, I mean, it's a natural thing to want to break a law, right? Right? Of course it is. So then don't. And that system is held in its own catch-22. Because what you're saying is they don't want you to break any laws based on their authority of their laws. And the minute you don't fill all 65, 70 million and you've erased it. And that's why they can't touch you. Because there's no crime. Period. You must commit the crime to allow them in. You got to commit the crime first.
I also sense, Kate, that we are the ones that it talks about in the book. There's truth and lie in there. I mean, that book they call the Bible, the good book or whatever.
It's your book. This is the whole point of it. That book is for you. Right. It's for each and every one of us.
Yeah, where it talks about in there where it says that, it comes from everyone, they'll be coming from all walks of life, and then if anybody of the government or of that side touches any one of those, even a hair on their head, it would be likened to poking the creators or our creators in the eye. Would be that irritating. I feel, and that's when you said we're protected spiritually. That's exactly how I feel, and in a way, unlike that's, I just feel like they're walking with me.
To touch you, to think of touching you, they take on a death wish.
Yeah. That's it.
Creation steps in, and creation is both good and evil. That which is rendered in the golden rule is returned swiftly. This is instantaneous. That's why they don't touch you, because they know exactly what's coming down.
Yeah, and just those for out there listening, they've been doing this. Well, I've been being touched by them since I was 16 and got behind the wheel. So it's been an issue for me all my life. So to go and do this and do it, and now it is just so, just everything. It's just like you have a mail coming in the mail. You're free. You're really free, and you know it now. You just go and be you, and that's all I know.
Well, again, now you just choose, things that come in the mail or whatever. You're free and clear of the UCC. Okay, you're free and clear of that by not breaking the legal name fraud law. By not breaking that one law. Then now you're the chosen one. You're getting pretty picky about what you go through. Okay, well that's first nothing to do with me. I'm not a lawyer. No, not a lawyer. Oh, hey, look, I got a card from somebody. Now you have what's called selective reality. You choose what you bring into your reality, and the rest of that demon worship is dead. It's not your reality. Spawn that shit. Throw it out. Because the only way that trail can continue, this is why I keep telling people, if you're getting stuff and you keep sending stuff back, you're playing fetch with the dogs. And you're taking your fucking soul in your hands doing that. It's as simple as this. Something comes in, I don't commit legal name fraud felony to use a legal name. Just write something simple out, is illegal. Fuck off.
Yeah. What I thought of too? I just tell them I don't qualify. And he said, why don't you qualify? And I says, well, I tried to remember 70 million different codes and regulations and rules, and I couldn't do it, man. Did you do it? You were able to do that. Good for you, man. I can't qualify for those benefits. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Anyone claiming to be a master of law has to have memorized all of them. Every country, everywhere, every language. That's why they'll only ever practice law. And the more laws that are created, the more practicing they are. It's just practicing sorcery, that's all it is.
Yeah, the kicker to that would have to end with to say, well, it doesn't say in that law that ignorance of the law is no excuse.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember 70 million different regulations and rules.
Yeah, and I mean, the minute one lawyer can't do that, then you can tell them, well, ignorance is not a defense of the law. You're incompetent. But again, I don't want to get into the literal stuff on this. They're two different worlds. My game is to simply keep people out of that world, having studied enough in it.
Well, you'll never have to deal with it once you walk out of it.
Never.
These are never. I'm saying from experience, and it's just never going to face you. So you don't have to worry about it no more. I don't even think about it anymore. I don't. You know how you used to have. Well, Bird
you get on
said
with your day. You're just getting on with your day now. That's it.
Yeah.
Where you're finally free just to get on with your fucking day.
That's it.
I mean, that's freedom all by itself right there.
Yeah, Bird said it best. I'm no longer thinking about, I should bring my cell phone, or I should make sure someone knows I'm going, or I should have a jacket in case. All these preparations you make in case they stop you type thing, You stop doing that at all, and I'm getting to that point really. I don't have to. My cell phone's upstairs before I go to town, or text somebody, let them know I'm going to town, because that's what I was doing before. And I'm
just leave it all behind. Just leave it all behind.
It's all behind now. And for those listening, I know we can't give you the feeling. You can only get it by doing it, but I'm standing here, Randy's standing here.
What, Johnny, one sec, because you're going over too many things too fast. Let's get back to the cell phone, because this is an important one for people.
All right.
Okay? For those that want to take a cell phone with them, repurpose the cell phone. So you're not taking it in case this is where you remove these thoughts. Do it in the idea of service for others. So I rarely take a phone with me. I haven't turned it on in a couple of months because the signal here is shit anyway. But the point is, if you're going to take a phone with you, repurpose why you take it. I'm going to take this with me in case there's something that while I'm out, someone back at the house needs and they can get a hold of me. And that's the only reason you take it. So repurpose these things. Because if you leave them behind, they're not repurposed. There's still an idea of fear attached to it. So remove the idea of fear altogether. Repurpose. This is why I keep telling people about contracts, right? That phone is an idea contract that, here's the idea contract that you can have with it here's the subjective for the objective of this. I'm going to take the phone with me in case I get pulled over. That's a subjective literal. Okay? That is a subjective fear implant. What it's doing is it's allowing the possibility of that to enter. With me, there is no possibility of that entering, whether I have the phone with me or not. I choose why I take my phone. If I'm going somewhere maybe an hour or so away, of course I'll take it just because. I like to be able to get in touch and be gotten in touch with. Okay? So it's a complete repurposing of the things that you have. In terms of the ID, people leaving their ID behind and all the bits of paper and the things that repurpose them. Put them aside. Well, I don't really need this because I've got it memorized anyway, but I'll keep it here just so I can read it again to keep it memorized so it's right there with me all the time. Now it's repurposed. You're not carrying it physically with you because you don't need to because it's already in you. And you keep it physically just for a reference, to keep it memorized. So that's what I mean about repurpose the intent. If you see something of fear attached to it, an idea that has, that's a prime example that you were talking about there, Johnny, of potential fears coming in with people. Eliminate the fears by repurposing it. Because when you repurpose something, now that's the first idea that comes in to your mind because the other one has been pushed out. You've put that at top of your priority. So reprioritize everything in your reality so that it serves you and all of creation and no one else.
I agree. Okay? And what Kate said before, it is your intent, and that's all it is. When you make up your mind, your power, stand by your power, and that's it. That is it in its entirety. When you make up your mind.
That's how to forcefully change your mind and eliminate the program at the same time. You make the aware choice of, guys, it's like this. You have nothing to fear. That's a fact. And I go back to nothing to fear but fear itself. So eliminate any potential what-ifs. Try it like this. Start thinking of the things, what if I don't have this with me? What are the potentials? And as soon as you see one, that's not going to happen. So repurpose it. And as soon as you repurpose that into something positive for you to benefit others and self, that's a whole different mindset. So that when you think of the phone, the first thing you think of is helping others and making sure that those that you want to be in contact with can reach you in case you're going to the store and, well, we need some butter and we didn't notice that kind of thing. Okay?
Yep.
Keep it real, keep it for you. Repurpose everything for your use, your life, for your reality. And that kills fear.
It's the way it is for me now. It's just like when I first was able to go and get free, in a way. I'm just carefree and not now and simply not aware of the dangers at first. Then now completely aware of them and free from them, and now they're away from me, and it's wonderful. I can't say how. There are no words, so I'll end there.
You have to experience this for yourself. It is profoundly magical. It is profoundly freeing, and for the first time since you were a very small child, you have that sense of innocent freedom back, and the world takes on a different hue. It really does. I would even recommend watching A Knight's Tale so you can see the contrast. Of course, the Black Knight had to come into it, and Edward, all of it was perfect. What a strange pair we make, you and I. That kind of thing. William to Edward. There really are no words to this until you start experiencing it for yourself, and for me, the biggest drain on me is knowing this and watching so many people still.
Well, I can say some words that might help. You re-fall in love with you again. You re-fall in love with life again in a childlike view. You're able to play again, except now at this age, at this place.
You're the grown-up child. It's beautiful.
Right.
You're the child that can do grown-up things. It's beautiful. But you're not breaking shit now, that kind of thing. You're not beating up the other kids for their toys in the playground. Here's an example of what you can do for yourself, and you should, because you are a star. And these are the changed stars in my reality. Change your stars, William. So I did, and look at you. Look in the mirror. Have a look in the mirror, and just ask yourself this: what the fuck isn't there to love about me, really? I fucking rock. Because you do. In a most humble, arrogant way. There to be you. All the humility and arrogance you will ever need there. Fuck, man. Really, what is not to love about me? Have you ever asked yourself that question? Of course you have. So answer it for a change. Because in your blissful, benevolent self, there's nothing but love to love.
And when you're looking at it from that view, the world opens up too. It smiles back at you.
Oh, big time. Big time.
And things are more plentiful, and it's just, everything is just more. You get everything you ask for. I don't. And you need to be able to just time to sit there and just let it soak in, because you're silly from it. You really are. You just sit there vibrating.
Witness.
Yeah, just let it soak in, because.
Randy.
Yo, lovely.
So here you guys are having some fun.
Yes.
Good.
Quite
Roll
a
the match.
delight. Yes. Yes. Third grade playground.
It's basically what it is. Here we are playing squares on the playground. Funny that, eh?
Digging in dirt and planting plants. You just don't know how healing that is and how fun it is. It's really fun. Watching life grow and helping life come forth does a lot for you. Done a lot for me. If I'd known about this a long time ago, well, I've been doing it a long time because I've been cheating myself out of or living a fuller, meaningful life by not doing it, by not tending the garden, you know.
I hear you. Hi again, guys. I have a rollover tonight.
Broke up
Hello?
a little bit, Kate. You broke up a little bit, or we did. Didn't hear what your last comment was.
When Sky, I'll throw a tune on.
I think she's going to throw it.
Oh, yeah. I saw that too.
Yeah, well, that's just all over the map right now.
Somewhere like a dream, your world washed over me and took me far away, so very far away. Made sense of all things wrong, gave hope where all was gone. What do I need to say, really need to say? Your eyes are all the words I need, wanting nothing in return. Your love is unconditionally. I have so much to learn. When I hold you in my arms, nothing seems to matter. I'll never let you get so far. Being there is what you do. When my world caved in around me, nothing through the smoke to see. There you were, still standing like an angel, holding on to me. Somehow you pulled me through, turned faith back into truth completely, so completely. Held strong when others ran, gave my heart a place to stand, and you saved me, more than saved me. Your eyes are all the words I need, wanting nothing in return. Your love is unconditionally. I have so much to learn. And when I hold you in my arms, nothing seems to matter. I'll never let you get so far. Being there is what you do. And when my world caved in around me, nothing through the smoke to see. There you were, still standing like an angel, holding on to me. When I hold you in my arms, nothing seems to matter. I'll never let you get so far. Being there is what you do. When my world caved in around me, nothing through the smoke to see. There you were, still standing like an angel, holding on to me.
Well, hopefully Skype's still back. Can you hear me okay, guys?
Yes.
Oh, there we go. All right. Yeah, we got 9.5 minutes. I'm not going to roll over tonight. Just it's getting louder and louder here.
Okay.
Yeah, just got to go find a hole and crawl into it somewhere. Anyway.
Peace and quiet and love sent to you.
It's the only thing I wish for. It's the only thing I ask for. So, it's all good. Yeah, Jim Willie, the gig is up. The jig is up, parts 1 and 2. Yeah, let's see what the consciousness is doing. Yeah, the fear's creeping in there nicely. Demons are shitting themselves. Dire message to Christians just released. Hot. London Times, stunning report that Russian generals warn NATO about nukes. They're going to use them. Yeah, whatever. What else we got? Foreign tanks in U.S. from Mexico. Huge confirmation. Take heed. Something so tragic and cataclysmic is getting ready. Yep. Oh, yeah, there's lots of... That's the overall energy of what I'm seeing in the garbage can. Just a bunch of shit and bricks demons. That's all it is. It's just getting more and more intense. The Magna Carta, by the way, just for an anagogic overview, that which was removed in physical was returned in the heavenly. So the fourth quarter, which was four original versions of the Magna Carta, one of 4 was stolen. So that is the one missing returned. What is lost in the physical is gained in the spiritual. What is gained in the physical is lost in the spiritual. It's the ebb and flow, physical versus spiritual. It's pretty simple. You guys seeing the mirrors okay as far as if something happens in the physical, the opposite happens in the spiritual? So you can read the effects of what changed?
I am now.
Okay. No, they're tricky. They're very easy, but they're tricky little concepts to get because they're so literal and they're just hard to accept at face value because we've been lied to for so long. And that's all I can offer is truth at face value. It's from the heart itself. I don't need to paint it in any other way than what it is. There's the chair. I'm not going to tell you it's blue or red or it's just a fucking chair. You paint it whatever you want. If you want to put little flowers and doilies, that's you, not me. I just see a chair. Okay? That's it. Truth is what truth is, and there's nothing can argue with it. Just people aren't used to the truth straight up, that's all. I know that. They can't handle it. Have you not noticed that part?
If you're talking about the mirror from the physical and the spiritual, way I'm grasping that at this point, when I was going through it in the physical, so to speak, the matrix was kicking my butt. I knew that I was failing in the physical somehow, or in the spiritual somehow, and I had to, and that's how I can relate to that. And then as things in the physical were getting better, then also things got better in the spiritual. My spiritual knowing was getting more in the now, So
yeah, it's you see, the more you trust creation, the more you let go of the need to do all the time. That's when creation takes over. And you will be astonished at the things that change and how quickly they change for you. And to the degree that you walk in truth is how fast it's going to change for you. And you will run into imaginary fear walls, and those are constructs built within your mind that's been programmed into you to make you feel that. That's the controlling of the amygdala, your fear meter. So for me, I just keep that clear. Fear is what fear is. If you look at it from the most literal sense of a meat stick, alpha, omega, born, lives, dies, from cradle to grave, alpha, omega, that they play out here, Well, then, in the most literal sense, you're already on a suicide mission. You know? So, you know, you might as well be a divine wind. And guess what? Once you become the true kamikaze, that's when immortality sets in. You see it for the first time.
What is the way I see it? The more I walk out of the world, the more the spiritual comes on, and it just fulfills you with everything you thought you were going to have to do without. It just starts coming in another way.
Immortality is not of this world. It is in this world. That's why you cannot be of this world and only operate in it as an immortal, changing it. So that's the not of but in but not of. Because you are of creation, not of its effect. So it's quite a profound, different way of seeing things. You see it from the, oh, look, I get it perspective, and it's not rocket science. And for people, I don't know how many times I've went over the same things, and it's so fucking simple. Just to sit down for 5 fucking minutes with some crayons and a couple of words and just re-sound them out. Sound the word out, and then in different ways, using different sounds for the vowels, et cetera, and then respell that. Like cygnus, sinus. You know, come on. And when you do that, just start seeing, well, new. N-E-W, G-N-U, N-O-O, K-N-E-W. Which one did I say? Well, you won't know until you fucking show and tell me. Because I'll never know what you mean until I can see what you mean. At the same time as hear what you mean. That's by one's actions, one is known. I will not know you until you know yourself. That's just the way it's going to be. It's oil and water. And this seawater and fresh water do not mix. They will create a kaleidoscope and give you an acid effect. True story. It's just how it works. Yeah, we got a couple of minutes left here, guys. So, apologies. I just groove and, it's just tired. I'm just tired. Bored. You know, that's all. Wrestling with, can I not do enough? What do I need to do? You know, still go do what? And so I'm kind of in that right now, and not getting a whole lot of time to just be at that. Anyway, I'm good.
Well, you're being quite well right now, so why not?
I'm good. It's the only thing that I'm kind of beating myself up on right now is I know as soon as I go out of here, something will come in, but it's too loud. It's just too loud here. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can hear it or not.
Yeah, a little bit. It doesn't really come into my now so much. I'm listening to my friend, so.
Yeah, no, it's all good. It's all good. It's just the way it is. It goes like that. Here,
I can comprehend how it may be on your end, though.
Yeah. It's all good. It's all good.
You call that background noise? Just come check my space out once in a while. Hi, gorgeous.
Good to have you.
I'm generally here. Just been mute for a minute.
It's all good. I see you there.
Yeah.
I know the ones that are just hanging out and drifting. I get it. You've been You've been at the table. For some of you guys out there that aren't coming in as much anymore, you've been at the table so much, and I'm so grateful for it. Yeah, you've earned your right to drift. So drift.
Yeah. Right on.
That's how it works. Anyway, we're down to 10 seconds here. So I'll tell you what, guys. I'm going to get myself centered and get some stuff sorted in the still. Throw some fucking earplugs in or something. I don't know. Throw some loud classical on. That'll work. And try and be in better form for you guys tomorrow night. that's the only issue I have, is not wanting to deliver what I know I can, and it just hasn't felt that way tonight. So I'll beat myself up for a while, and then I'll write an essay or something to make up for it. Just doing what I can. Fair enough? Anybody? All right, let's Skype again. All right, guys. Tell you what. We'll see you at some point tomorrow. No. Hello. Ears jump all over the place. So, you guys want to jump in before I throw this tune on?
Yeah, much love, and get a good night rest. This is
okay.
I enjoyed. Hello.
Grow a plant.
So
go grow.
Oh, don't worry.
Okay. We'll connect tomorrow. I'm a little tired, but it was a great pleasure to listen to everybody.
All right. Is there anything you want to ask while you're here?
Not at the moment.
No? Okay. All right. Well, we'll toss out with a tune here, and I'm gonna send one out to Sue and the girls tonight, just in case there's a lot of noise in the background, guys. Just in case on the off chance they might be here. So I'm gonna meet you guys all out. The last one is Chitterbug during music. One sec. Oops, did I get that? And that one, and that one, and that one. Okay. So this is for Sue and the girls. If you guys are listening, this bud's for you.
Just can't get much better. Feel the sun on your face even when it's rainy weather. When nothing matters, just as long as we're together. You're the sun to me. You're the sun to me. I can't remember ever feeling like I'm feeling. Head in the clouds all day, got me flying, got me reeling. And there ain't no way my heart can't be concealing. You're the sun to me. You're the sun to me. And I find just a little bit more and more each day. Another reason that'll settle in. I know I found my way. All I had to do was look far enough to see. You're the sun to me. And I got my reasons, but they won't need explaining. But why I smile all day, even though it's always raining. 'Cause you're the one thing that is constant and sustaining. You're the sun to me. You're the sun to me. And I find just a little bit more and more each day. Another reason that'll settle in. I know I found my way. All I had to do was look far enough to see. sun to me. And I find just a little bit more and more each day. Another reason that'll settle it. I know I found my way. All I had to do was look far enough to see. You're the sun to me. Ever woke up when it just can't get much better?